up, guys? How's it going? Travis and Susie here from the Wolf Hunters, and we got a reaction video for you. We got this link right here. You can find that link in the description box, which is below the video. There's a link. Click it and pick it. You can request music, movie scenes, comedy skits, live performances, documentary segments, sports, and more for the Wolf Hunterz Reactions channel. Today's video is brought to you by Craig, bringing us F-15 Eagle, the most gangster fighter jet of all time.
Oh, shoot.
Craig says,
this plane has been in my top 5 favorite military aircraft since 1982. Whoa. When I first saw it at an air show at Castle Air Force Base in Merced, California, my brother-in-law was stationed there, and he got me as close as possible to the end of the runway for the takeoffs.
Oh my gosh,
that's so cool. And this plane's exhaust almost knocked me down. And I've never been accused of being tiny, except by a new sarcastic wrestling coach in my junior year of high school. P.S. for Travis. As a bald man myself, what happens when 2 bald men put their heads together? Oh my goodness.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's funny.
All right. I'm going to have to use that now.
Yo, this guy knows his stuff.
Guys, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and feel free to comment below. Good thing Susie likes me bald.
I do.
So
I prefer Travis bald.
Yeah. Makes it easier to be bald, actually.
It does?
Yeah.
But I'm not ashamed of you.
No, I mean, it makes it easier to, like, I don't have to do my hair, comb it, cut it, gel it.
I thought you meant emotionally.
I just
makes it
take
easier.
it down as much as I can, what's left of it, and ready to rock.
Today we're talking about the most gangster fighter jet of all time, the F-15 Eagle. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the American muscle car equivalent of a fighter jet. Developed during the Cold War in the early 1970s, it was designed to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to establish air superiority. And being that this was the 1970s and stealth technology wasn't going to come out for another decade, Uncle Sam had to rely on good old-fashioned horsepower and gunpowder. He figured if you couldn't be sneaky enough to go unnoticed, you just had to be fast enough to go untouched. And that is exactly what they did with the F-15, because it is equipped with 2 Pratt & Whitney F-100 engines, totaling 19...
Look how they snuck Brian in here from Fast and Furious.
Is exactly what they did with the F-15, because it is equipped with 2 Pratt & Whitney F-100 engines, totaling 19,200 horsepower, which is like 800,000 water chickens. This plane can travel at a max speed of Mach 2.5, which is roughly 1,900 miles an hour. And here's the kicker, it's not just fast, it's quick. And if you don't know the difference, I'll elaborate. You can build up speed slowly and be fast, but being quick is the ability to be fast in a hurry. And the F-15 is like a drag car. It is fast the minute you hit the throttle. So fast, in fact, that you can argue that it could be classified as a rocket. Okay, hear me out. I'm gonna nerd out for a second. Generally speaking, aircrafts need to do 2 things to fly. They need to generate lift and thrust. They need to generate enough lift to counteract gravity, so the physical weight of the aircraft, and they need to generate enough thrust to counteract drag. But here's the thing with the F-15, it has a greater than 1 thrust to weight ratio, meaning that it can generate enough pounds of thrust to offset drag and the weight of the aircraft, meaning it doesn't need to generate lift to sustain flight, which is what a fucking rocket does. If you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you the F-15 doesn't need to generate lift, it can just beat the atmosphere into submission. The F-15 could literally have its wings chopped off in mid-flight and it would still be able to fly.
That's literally insane. I can't believe that's a real thing.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. This guy's incredible. He's really smart. He knows his stuff here.
F-15 could literally have its wings chopped off in mid-flight and it would still be able to fly. And I can already hear the comment section now. Buh! The chubby electron guy's so dumb he needs to go back to high school physics class. That's not how any of this works. Buh. No, that's exactly how this works, and guess what? If you don't want to believe me and what's theoretically possible...
Well, I just got that. It took me a minute. Keyboard warrior. That's what that was. Oh, that's awesome.
No, that's exactly how this works, and guess what? If you don't want to believe me and what's theoretically possible on paper, you don't have to, because this has already happened in real life. In 1983, an F-15 had a mid-air collision, completely lost one wing, and then proceeded to fly 10 more miles and then land safely. Okay, and if that's not enough proof that it's basically a rocket, you can look at how an F-15 takes off. I'll show you the footage. The minute it clears the runway, it goes straight vertical and breaks the sound barrier. It is one of the only planes on the planet that can do that. Well, even if it is that fast, common sense dictates that they had to make a bunch of design compromises, and I bet the F-15 has hardly any firepower because of it. You know what? For once, you're right. That is what common sense would dictate, because that's what every other country does. If they want to go really fast, they either have to sacrifice firepower or maneuverability. However, here's what you're not taking into consideration. This is America. We don't make cents, we make dollars, and this thing has more firepower than any other fighter jet in the American fleet. Yeah, more bombs, more missiles, and on the off chance that isn't enough, it's also equipped with an M61 Vulcan 20mm Gatling cannon in case it needs to tell somebody to get fucked at 6,000 rounds per minute. So just so we're all on the same page, even though the F-15 is over 50 years old, it is still the fastest and most heavily armed fighter jet in the American fleet. And did I mention that it can also go like 3,000 miles without needing to refuel? Meaning that it's also extremely versatile logistically speaking, because it can fly from America to Europe without needing aerial refueling. And here's the kicker, none of that is the reason it's the most gangster fighter jet of all time. It's the most gangster fighter jet of all time because this thing is the epitome of a pro gamer move. It has a real world combat record of 104-0. It is downed 104 enemy aircrafts and been shot down 0 times in return. It is the only aircraft to lose a wing, continue flying, and land safely. It's the only aircraft to ever shoot down a satellite while it was still in outer space. Yeah, America did that during the Cold War. We shot down one of our own spy satellites to send a message to the Soviet Union that we could do it to their satellites too. And my personal favorite, it is the only aircraft to ever score an air-to-air kill using a bomb. Not an air-to-air missile, a bomb. Yeah, in 1991 during Desert Storm, it actually hit a moving Mi-24 Hind helicopter with a GBU-10 bomb. Yeah, this one.
That's a good pilot too, I imagine.
That is a 2,000-pound general-purpose bomb, and it just hit a moving helicopter with it. That is absolutely unheard of. In conclusion, while the F-15 is no longer the best fighter jet on the planet because it's been replaced by the F-22 Raptor, I feel pretty confident in saying that it will go down in history as the greatest fighter jet of all time. And that history is still being written because America is coming out with another F-15, the F-15EX Eagle II. And that's gonna have to be its own video some other time. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Wait, I have a question for you guys. So this is a little bit on topic but off topic. Where does like drones come into play when it comes to like, you know, battles and war and all this stuff, and what would compete against, you know, pilots, you know, where you have drones versus pilots, or is it the amount of drones that you have? You know, things like that. I don't know anything about it, but I'm very curious.
That sounds scary.
Sounds scary. Well, thank you, Craig, and I'm sure Craig might be able to fill me in more on that one. Guys, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Feel free to comment, and if you guys want to request your own reaction video, look for that link in the description box below. Stay tuned, stay positive.
We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I just wanna bang my fist.